Welcome to Spainguru. Today I'm going to interview Diana Colomer from Hidea. Hidea are experts in health insurance for Spanish visa applications, and today she's going to answer 30 frequently asked questions from Spanish visa applicants who are looking for a compliant health insurance for their move to Spain. Let's dive in. Thank you, Diana, for being today with us.
It's a pleasure, Bruno. Thank you.
Can you briefly explain what an insurance broker does and how it's different from buying insurance directly from an insurance company?
An insurance broker works with many companies on exclusive terms, with no obligation to any of them, so that we are able to choose based on our clients' needs. If you go directly with the company, you will only get access to the products that the company offers you, and you will not be able to choose from any other outside the company. An insurance broker, in addition, will have special benefits agreed for its clients. In this case, we have special benefits for international clients specialized on visa applications.
Why might someone prefer using a broker like Hidea instead of going straight to an insurance provider?
Service provider for international clients. As experts on health insurance for expats with over 10 years experience, we know exactly what is required and how to do it for visa applications. We know how to process documents and provide them in time and form. We work closely with legal advisors, embassies, and experts, and then we have access to the best plans and special benefits with the extra of having an English-speaking support team throughout the full lifetime of the policy.
Totally, like if you go straight to an insurance company, they will try to sell you their products, but not all their products are compliant with visa applications, right? Or they are especially interested in selling you other products, and then it is just a specific use case that someone needs health insurance for a visa application. The insurance company just sells insurances. It's not thinking that you are applying for a visa. Could you explain the exclusive terms you have with insurance companies and how that benefits the buyer?
Have a high volume of business with different companies, you have access to special benefits and discounts to cover all visa requirements. We work with made-to-measure policies as the situation changes, because as you know, embassies keep changing as well. So
I've seen many people in our community saying like, oh, I got Adeslas, for example, or I got DKU, but I got rejected. Okay, why? Because they didn't choose the right health insurance. Okay, because these companies, they have an array of different health insurances, but maybe they didn't get all the ones who are compliant with the specific requirements to apply for Spanish visas, right? So these companies are great, they are the best, okay, they are the biggest in Spain, but sometimes if you don't get the right product, you could face rejections.
That is correct. Yeah, it is very important that you get the correct advice and that you know exactly what you need, and then get exactly what you're looking for, and not just a health insurance product itself. Just you need the one that will comply with the visa requirements.
Absolutely. According to your experience, Diana, what types of health insurance policies do you find are most popular among non-EU visa applicants?
Popular ones would be co-payment or reimbursement policies because they are very similar to their home policies. But in our experience for visa requirements, based on price and coverage, a network policy is the correct one. Being also the most common use in Spain for national clients, we mostly use a network policy for health insurance.
Okay. For a non-EU citizen applying for a Spanish non-lucrative visa from outside Spain, what are the key features their health insurance policy must include?
Well, that's a great question because one embassy changes, from one embassy to another, they have different concepts and requirements. But as far as we know, what we will always tell our clients is ask your legal advisor. We are not legal advisors. We are experts on health insurance for visa requirements. What we do know is at the moment, what is required is a full coverage unlimited policy, with no co-payments, no deductible, no waiting periods, and with repatriation coverage.
How does Hidea ensure that the health insurance policies meet the specific visa requirements of the Spanish consulate?
We work only with policies that are 100% visa compatible, plus we work closely with law firms and legal advisors. and also experts and embassies. So our policies are tailored for visa requirements, and we change the policies as the law changes. In our coding site, you will only get policies that are 100% compatible with visa requirements. So you are like, if you go to that site, you know that what you get is what you need to get.
Perfect. Yes, this is actually one of the reasons why Spainguru partners with Hidea, because you are only offering health insurances that comply with the non-lucrative visa or any Spanish visa
That is correct.
requirements. Discuss any common misconception about health insurance for Spanish visas. For example, is the cost of medicines usually covered?
Well, in hospital, medicines are 100% covered, like fully covered. But out of hospital medicines have to be bought over the counter. Like there are some policies that offer like maybe a small reimbursement plan, but is up to €200 per year. So it doesn't really make any sense, because Spanish medicines are really quite affordable compared to any other country in the world. But to be clear, medicines are not included in the policy.
There's also something I wanted to point out, that a lot of
Yes,
people consider going into the public healthcare system after 1 year in
correct.
Spain using the Convenio Especial. But it
Yes,
is important to know that under the Convenio Especial of the Social Security, medicines also have to be paid over the counter. You will pay retail
exactly.
price. You will not access subsidized medicines when you buy them under the Convenio Especial. This is something important to have in mind.
It is extremely important. But if we also bear in mind how affordable it is, it shouldn't be something to worry about. And the good thing is that if they need a prescription from a medicine that they've been taking before coming to Spain, they can just go to the general doctor or the specialist from the private company, and then they will get a prescription, and then just go to the pharmacy and pay it over the counter. So it's a simple step, and it's not expensive at all.
What's the process of purchasing a policy through Hidea like?
Well, I think it's super simple, because step one, to go to our coaching site. Step two, you introduce all your personal details. You don't need to have a Spanish bank account or a Spanish address or a Spanish ID. Step three, respond to basic health questions. Step four, our team will assess your profile, and then we'll send you from 1 to 4 medical options based on your age, city, and health situation. Only visa compatible options. And step five, you can purchase the policy online with credit card or transfer and get documents within 5 working days.
Yeah, that makes sense, that Hidea actually has the filtering for you of the
Yes,
different companies, because not all companies offer health insurances for all the
no,
scenarios, no, or all the cases. For example, if
of
you are
course,
like older than 65-year-old, maybe you
correct.
just can't get a quote for any health insurance in the market. Gonna be living in Canary Islands. Maybe there's a health,
Exactly.
right? You want, oh, I wanted to get a quote from this company, but actually you
Yeah.
would get a quote for a product that is not visa compliant, just to be
I
covered,
mean,
right? So
sorry.
the
Yeah.
most important thing is that you only get quotes from visa compliant health insurances that
That will cover
under
you.
your special sorry, same.
Yeah, that will cover you, because some people come to us and I want this. My friend has this company, and I want the same company. And I'm like, yeah, but first of all, we need to assess your profile, because where are you going to be living? How old are you? What's your medical situation? So this is not us buying a pair of shoes. We need a medical team to assess your profile and decide what's the best option for you, because otherwise you're going to be wasting, like, getting quotes for policies that will not cover you or that will not be visa compatible. So that's what our team does. They revise your profile and only send you the products and the offers that are visa compatible and where you will be accepted. Because you can even apply online. You don't need to do anything else. You can do everything online. So it doesn't make sense to just trust the experts.
Now, next question. What happens if a client needs to use their insurance immediately upon arrival in Spain?
They can use the policy from day one with immediate access to it.
How do you handle policy renewals?
Well, policy renew automatically each year, unless informed otherwise, a minimum of 30 days prior to renewal date. What we do is we inform our clients in time and form, And we also inform them with the premium, with the new premium if it has changed.
And are there any specific challenges that Americans, for instance, face when buying health insurance for Spain?
Well, there isn't a challenge at all. I mean, it's as easy as going to the quoting site, getting a quote, and then they decide which company they want to go with. They can pay by credit card or by transfer. And if they need a consultation, they have free consultation with myself. And then I explain anything that, any doubts that they might have. But it is quite simple. I mean, as long as you are advised by people that know what they are doing, it's a very simple process. It should.
UK nationals post Brexit? Any specific issues they should be aware of?
No, not at all. Same situation. Is just you go to the quoting site, you get your quote, you choose the policy, and then make payment, and that's it.
Could you give examples of situations where the client benefited from using your brokerage services?
Well, to start with, we have an English-speaking team. We are experts on health insurance for visa application, so we know what we are doing. We deal directly with the company. We know our clients' rights, and we get the documents in time and form. We know exactly what documents they need, how they need them, and when they need them. So, I mean, it's only benefits. But I think the main thing is to understand that they have the English-speaking support team throughout the full lifetime of the policy, which is that it does help a lot when you're moving to Spain.
What kind of support can clients expect after they purchase a policy?
Well, the human touch, of course. They have the English-speaking support via email or on the telephone. They can make an appointment with myself. We have many videos explaining how to use the policies in Spain. We have a welcome pack that has some links also explaining the differences and how to make an appointment, how to use the medical chart. We help them how to use the policy. We help them with renewals. And if they have any doubts, they can always ask us. Whatever they need, we are going to be there with them throughout the full lifetime of the policy.
And how do you handle cases where a client has pre-existing conditions?
Well, okay, each client is unique, so we cannot generalize. But the way it works is the team will assess the client's profile. They will send the best available option, and then the company will decide if they can cover them or not. That is something that we cannot control. I mean, but we do have options for almost everyone.
So, for example, what I've seen is cases of people who, with certain pre-existing conditions, they get a health insurance, but with the exclusion of those pre-existing conditions. However, they still get a Spanish visa compliant health insurance, even if they are particularly not covered by those for those pre-existing conditions. Is this normal?
Well, Bruno, this is something that each company does what they decide to do. I mean, is this normal? I don't know. It depends on the case.
Where I'm trying to head to is a lot of people will get a lot of people ask, on Spainguru's community, like, I have pre-existing conditions. Will I get denied of my Spanish visa? And
Not necessarily.
my answer is, look, you have to ask the brokers,
Exactly.
okay? Maybe you get a health insurance that is Spanish visa compliant, but includes a certain exclusion of your pre-existing condition. But that doesn't mean you will not get accepted for your Spanish visa.
Okay, that is exactly the situation. But as I say, we cannot say if you have X condition, you are going to be covered. All I can say is get a quote, let our team send you the options, and then let's work on it. I always tell the clients when we have a video call or when they are really concerned, I tell them, don't worry, one step at a time. Let's first of all fill the health questionnaire. Let the team see what the options are, and then we'll take it from there. We always find options. I mean, there's always options, but we cannot generalize. What I would say is give it a try. Be sure to get a professional to help you get through this. Always say the truth. Always say the truth on your health questionnaire. Do not lie. It does not make any sense lying. If you are sick or if you've got a pre-existing condition, you've got to inform it, because what's the point of coming to Spain and then having something really dangerous and then not being covered? So always inform the insurance company.
Absolutely. I actually have a video about that, about how to
I've seen
fill
it.
the health insurance
Yeah,
health questionnaire, and whether people were asking like, should I disclose my pre-existing conditions or not?
you should.
And
Hmm.
well, you should watch the video. Here is gonna be the link. But
Yeah,
long story short, no, don't just say it when the time comes in the health questionnaire,
exactly.
because you're not gonna get assistance if you didn't say it
Correct. Correct.
beforehand, right?
Well,
All right.
not only that, but it's illegal. I mean, you are obliged to say the truth on that document. So you will get into trouble. It does not make any sense. I did see your video and I loved it. It was really, really well explained. So
Thank
really
you.
good. Mm.
In terms of timings, when should the insurance start when applying for a Spanish non-lucrative visa?
Okay, we are not legal advisors, we are health insurance advisors. But
Yeah.
what I can tell you is that you will need to have your certificates and your full coverage at the time of your visa appointment. But you can decide if you want to start your policy before that, after that, or at the time of traveling to the
So at the
country.
visa appointment, just the,
Mhm.
having paid the health insurance for 1 year in advance,
Mhm. Correct.
and a certificate that proves that you are
Yeah.
going or you are covered. Okay,
Yeah.
you're going
We
to be
would
covered
send
or
you
you are
an
covered.
email. Correct. We send you an email with all the documents that you require, and then that's what you have to show. You can send them by email. I don't know. It depends on the process because some people
Right.
do it by email and some people do it in person. But you will have your email sent, and it will be a legal certificate that will prove that a full year has been paid in advance. That's what you need to show.
So a lot of people are asking themselves, should I be covered by the health insurance by the time of the appointment, or when I intend to enter Spain using the Spanish non-lucrative visa?
Both options are okay because it depends on the embassy, on your legal advisor, or whatever information, whatever steps you are following. I mean, as I say, we are not legal advisors. We do not advise clients on that because it's not a good idea.
Right.
But
So on your take would be that for sure you need to be covered once you're in Spain. That's for sure.
that's for sure.
But some consulates may
They
actually
accept
require that you are covered at the time of the appointment.
exactly. Yeah, and some others accept that you show a certificate saying that now we are in June and your policy starts in July, so your appointment is in June, and you just show a certificate of coverage with the policy starting in July, and they accept it. And some others don't, and they say no. You have to present a document proving that you are insured at the time of your appointment.
Absolutely. And how far in
Yeah.
advance can the applicant choose to start the insurance?
To start the insurance or to apply for the insurance, because you can apply for the insurance
To
anytime.
start it, like for example, I pay for it
Mm-hmm.
on the 1st of August, for example,
Okay.
but I don't want to go to Spain until, I don't know, 3 months after, right?
Okay.
Until November, for example. Could I
Okay.
actually choose to start it on November 1st if I
Okay.
paid for it in on the 1st of August?
Okay, it depends on the company. Each company has their terms, but when you go to the when you click on apply on the apply button of the company chosen in our quoting link, you will find the terms. It will tell you. Be careful, this company only issues certificates a maximum of 30 days prior to starting date. Or be careful, this company does it 60 days in advance. So we'll inform you of when and how. But it is important to understand that you can apply anytime. Like if you want a policy in December, you can apply now. We have everything ready. And then when the time comes, we will send you the documents. Some people do it like that. We have people that do it 1 year in advance.
And how far in advance should the applicant contact you from
Mhm.
their consulate appointment?
Well, I would say minimum 30 days because you never know what's going to happen because some applicants think they don't have a pre-existing condition and they do, or they forget to attach the passport, or the passport has expired, or the situation changes. So I'd say 30 days is perfect timing, but at least 15 days. Like the minimum will be 15 days.
I see. And what if there are some, you change your plans and you want to delay the start date? Is that a possibility?
Well, that's super complicated because once the policy has been issued and a certificate has been issued, like when everything has been set up, it is quite complicated to cancel and reissue. But we do find solutions, and there's always exceptions.
Can there be monthly payments?
There can be monthly payments, of course, but if you need a certificate proving that you have paid a full year in advance, you would need to pay a full year in advance. So if it's for your visa, which is the case, we are talking about visa applicants, you will need to pay for a full year in advance by credit card or transfer, because you won't have a direct debit option, as you won't have a Spanish bank account.
Is a Spanish account necessary to purchase a Spanish health insurance?
Not with us. You don't need to have a Spanish bank account. You can pay by credit card or by transfer or wise transfer. I mean, all our clients are international clients and they don't have a Spanish bank accounts.
If you want to open a Wise account, use my referral link because you would get a fee-free transfer of up to 500 British pounds, or that would be around $600. So you should do it. What should buyers be aware of regarding coverage limits and exclusions in the policies you offer?
They should not worry at all. We worry, we take care of everything. Just trust us, and then we will just provide you with whatever you need, and we will tell you how to deal with it. So no worries whatsoever.
Can clients customize their health insurance plans, or are there standard packages?
Well, of course, they can customize the plans, but I mean, we are experts on health insurance for visa requirements. So what we have done is we've got the best deals for international clients for visa compliance policies. So we have the packages, the perfect packages for each client, with the best deals in the market, with the maximum benefits and special benefits that have been agreed by our company.
You need to comply with the visa requirements who
Exactly.
need a full coverage, so there's
Yeah,
no much bandwidth or negotiation
exactly.
with the coverage, right, if you want to comply with the Spanish visa requirements. So what's the first step for someone abroad who wants to start the process of getting health insurance for their Spanish visa?
Well, they just need to get to go to the link, to your health insurance link, and then click there, and then wait for the codes to arrive, and then make a decision.
Now, how long typically does it take from choosing a policy to receiving proof of insurance for a visa application?
Well, we have an agreement of 5 working days, maximum 5 working days, as long as it is within the terms of the companies. That, as I told you before, there will be that information will appear on the application, but 5 working days.
In terms of costs, how competitive are the rates you can offer compared to market average?
Well, as owners of an insurance brokerage company, we have access to special policies and special prices. So our policies will mostly be will have better rates than the one that you can find in the Spanish market. Plus, you get that you are going to get a 100% visa compatible policy, plus the extra of having our English support team. So, I mean, it is a win-win situation.
Great. And how do you ensure client confidentiality and data protection when handling their information?
Well, Hidea complies with the full confidential requirements within the European laws. So
there's nothing they should worry about.
Nothing at all.
All right. So what happens if the visa application is denied? Can the insurance policy be canceled or modified?
Of course, yeah. If the client can prove that it has been denied by a legal, like by the embassy or the consulate, and they provide documents, we just deal with the refund. It depends on the terms of the policy, on when it started or the situation, but they will get a refund, and we will deal with it. There's no problem whatsoever. We have a full refund policy.
What are the most common issues your clients encounter with their health insurance, and how do you resolve them?
Well, with the health insurance, what the most common issue is that they don't know how it works, and they think that is like it was back home. They think it's a reimbursement policy or a co-payment policy. But as I said before, we send them links and videos explaining how it works. Our support team is always available to guide them through the process. The welcome pack also explains a little bit of how it works. And then we are always available for video consultations if they want to ask us things and they want to know how it works. But mainly, they get confused because they don't understand that it's a network policy. So as it is a network policy, you need to check the company's network, find the doctor, and make an appointment with the doctor within the network. You cannot just go to any doctor or a social security doctor. You've got to make sure that you go to a doctor within your medical chart. That's the most
Exactly. So
common
each
thing that
each
happens.
health insurance company has a
Yes,
list of doctors for each specialty,
correct.
and you have to contact the doctors within that list. You just can't go to any doctor and expect to be covered by your insurance.
Exactly. I mean, you cannot just pay and then get the ticket and then send the ticket to the company because they will not reimburse it. It
Exactly.
is a policy, is a medical chart policy, network policy.
For our viewers
Yeah.
thinking about moving to Spain, what would be the single best piece of advice regarding health insurance?
Well, just get someone that knows what they are doing. Get a specialist on visa requirements, on someone that knows how it works, what the requirements are, what documents are required. Someone that speaks your language, someone that has experience in this field, and then I think Hidea is the ideal option. So
Absolutely. And if we look in terms of costs, since you have to
yeah,
pay a full year in advance, and usually talking about Spanish non-lucrative visa, it's a more senior profile. This
yeah,
actually one of the higher shares of the cost of the visa application, right? So doing it correctly is extremely important. It is not a small thing.
yeah.
It's
No,
important to
it is
have
worth it.
the right health insurance that is compliant, that you actually, when you move to Spain, you are perfectly covered, that you are safe, and feel absolutely safe, and you know what to expect along your way. This is absolutely key, right?
Yeah, and that you know that you can talk to a human being. You don't need to call to an answering machine and say, "I need a doctor." Like if you need help, you can call our support team, and that we will be guiding you and helping you. And that I think that helps a lot. It changes everything. Like it does matter. It is important to have the correct health insurance and the correct advisors.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bruno. Thank you. Bye bye.
Oh, and one more thing. Apparently, YouTube says you're gonna love watching this video right here. I think you should watch it.